The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Hey, welcome to High School Game Day here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, brought to you by Liuna, Local Labor 663, Building Missouri, and Building Missouri State University. Also presented by Doak Propane in Bolivar, Missouri. Doak Propane for all your propane needs. See the folks at Doak. And the Bank of Billings with locations in Billings and Marionville. The Bank of Billings established 1889, the oldest bank in Christian County. And we go down to Lawrence County and going back home, so to speak, to Mount Vernon, and we visit with the Lady Mountaineers softball team, 34-1 on the season, district champions, and head coach Matt Schubert. Coach Schubert, hey, congratulations.
Hey, thanks, Guy, and thanks for having us on.
Coach, I tell you what, it's kind of gotten to be an old habit there at Mount Vernon. You're 78-14 over the last 3 seasons. You got a state championship 5 or 7 years ago, I guess, in 2016. Tell us a little bit about this team and what you had coming into the season and what you had to replace off of last year's squad.
This year's team is probably one of the most talented I've had, right up there with that 2016 team. We do a few things better than they did, but I think that team also did a few things better than we do. But overall, I mean, we're talking very small differences. We've got a lot of talent, and our girls have played extremely well the entire year, and they continue to work hard at practice. Where, you know, sometimes when you have success, you have teams that'll slack off a little bit, but this one hasn't. But coming back from last year, you know, we were 26-7. We lost to Diamond in the district semifinals, 1-0. We lost a couple of very talented players. We had a 4-year starter and Hadley Cornell at shortstop. Would have been a 4-year starter if it wasn't for COVID. We would have had a 3-year starter in Josie McChesney, who was all-state, center fielder. And then we had a couple other seniors, Kylie Stockton and Jessa Anderson, who filled some really important roles, playing second base and the DP spot. But we knew that we had some talent coming in. We had some that were young last year that were going to be ready. And, man, they have performed beyond my expectations.
Coach, as you go back, towards the beginning of this season, at what point you reel off a bunch of wins and you run into Diamond again, your first and only loss of the season, and they get you 8-2. Was that kind of a point, maybe a turning point of the season where you felt like, hey, we're going to have to pick it up if we're going to get back to that Final Four, especially with Diamond being in your in your district? Was that maybe a turning point of the season?
Well, it was definitely a point for our defense to make sure we continued to work hard there. We had, I believe it was 8 errors in that game that allowed all 8 of their runs to score. And so it was something that we were struggling with early on defensively. And I think we were averaging about 4.5 errors a game. And for the rest of the year, for the most part, we cleaned it up. We were averaging a little under 1. So the girls worked really hard defensively because they knew that in order for us to beat Diamond when it came down to district time, we'd have to be able to play better defense.
You've got your upperclassmen there in the room. You might start with the juniors there behind you as they dressed. I don't know if they called each other this morning to make sure they wore the same colors or what, but who are the juniors behind you?
Well, over this shoulder here, this is junior Allie Burke. She's our right fielder. She's the 9th hitter in our lineup, and she has done an outstanding job getting on base for the top of our lineup. I think she scored something like 35 runs on the season. And then over this shoulder here is our leadoff hitter, second baseman, Paige Evans. Paige has had just an unbelievable year as our leadoff hitter. She currently has 70 hits on the season and is hitting just a shade under 600. So she moved from the outfield to second base to take over that position. She's just done a wonderful job there.
Well, we're going to reverse a little bit. We'll let Allie go first this time. Since Paige leads the game off, we'll let Allie lead this off. Allie, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. So tell us a bit about your background. How long have you been playing, and the position you play, and what your role is defensively?
I've been playing all my life, and I play right field, and it's just really, really fun to be in the outfield. I've been in the outfield position all 4 years, and I just really enjoy it out there.
What coming into this season? Now you're just a junior, so you've got another season. But coming into this season, what were your expectations for the Lady Mountaineers?
I would say that for myself personally, I had a little bit of a rougher season last year, so I had a lot higher expectations this year, especially for my hitting, and that has definitely increased a lot. And just personally, I've definitely overachieved what I wanted to achieve in the beginning of the year.
What do you do to kind of get prepared for a game? Let's say it's Tuesday. You've got Sparta in the quarterfinal game. What are you doing, throughout the day to kind of get mentally and physically prepared for the game?
I try not to eat too much, that's for sure, especially because it's been so hot. I just try to have a really, really good time with the teammates because that's really who you're going to be with at the end of the day. Just really have that good connection and just have that good vibe and have fun with all of them before the game so you can have fun during the game.
Allie, do you have any superstitions? I mean, do you have to wear the same socks? Do you have to, anything that you have to do before every game or before every at bat?
Yes, that's actually really funny that you ask. I have my new brand new bat that I bought halfway through the season, my Rollins Mantra. I have to hit and practice before we play with that bat, and then I swing with my old bat that was originally supposed to be replaced in the game because that was the one that got my first home run. And I don't know, I just hit so much better with that bat. I don't know.
Hey, there's something about baseball, softball players with superstitions. I mean,
Right.
you get into something and you feel like, because it's limited success. I mean, you're going to fail 70% of the time. But when you get something going good, it's like, okay, I got to keep doing that all the time. That becomes kind of a mental deal. What have you enjoyed most about this season so far, Allie?
Most definitely the personal relationships. I feel like we definitely value that a lot more this season, and we have grown a lot more from that. Like, I feel like everyone is just a big happy family at this point. Like, everyone's parent is my parent. I feel like out. It's great, and everyone loves each other a lot more than what they used to, and we can just click and play a lot better.
Well, Allie, hey, congratulations on the season. Congratulations for being our Country Financial Team of the Week here on the Missouri Sports Network.
Thank you.
Now, Paige, you're used to leading off. Tell us a little bit about what you go through in your preparation to maybe just to start the game.
It's more of a mental thing for me. We do a program here at Mount Vernon, and it's called Climb Academy. And we talk a lot about visualization and visualizing how we're going to do things throughout the game. And that's a big thing for me. Like, when I'm up to bat, I'm visualizing myself hitting the ball and booking it to first, just trying to get there before the throw does.
What do you do? Just again, same question. It's Tuesday. What are you doing throughout the day to kind of get prepared for your quarterfinal game with Sparta?
I'm definitely visualizing myself and my teammates just working as hard as we can and making those plays and getting those outs, and then even like the celebration after the game, I'm visualizing that as well.
Very good. So tell us a little bit defensively, what position you play and what your responsibilities are.
I play second, and it's definitely been a change from the outfield for me. And, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm going to field this ball and I'm going to make the play. And I feel like I cover first on bunts more than I field ground balls.
Very good. Now, what do you have any superstitions, any habits that you have to go through, routines prior to a game or an at bat?
Not really. If I'm not playing good, though, I do take my bow out. I think that it either makes me play really well or I take it out.
Very good. Right. Well, you sound kind of like a psychology major. Is that something maybe you're going to go into?
No, it's been a thought.
Okay. Very good. Well, Paige, congratulations on a tremendous season, and congratulations on being part of the Country Financial Team of the Week.
Thank you.
You bet. Now, Coach, you got two seniors left who also talked to each other before they came to the show, made sure they were both wearing the same color. So tell us a little bit about that.
To my left here is our starting pitcher, Harley Daniels. And then to the right is my daughter, Allie Schubert, first baseman. Sorry.
Well, we will start with Allie. Tell us a little bit about your roles and responsibilities on the team. Obviously, with Paige covering first many times, as she talks about, you're probably fielding bunts.
Yes. Yeah, well, I mean, in our bunt coverage, I mean, a lot of people don't try to bunt against us anymore, but when they were, I mean, me and Hallie were always not letting it happen with that. So Paige was there to get them out.
What do you do on a daily basis to kind of get prepared for a game?
I mean, so normally throughout the day, I really don't. I try not to think about it because I'll get in my head too much. But normally, like, once we got on the park and start hitting, you know, that's whenever I start getting, like, mentally ready. Like, that's when I start focusing in.
Have you always been a first baseman, or is this a new position for you as well?
My sophomore year, I played third, but last year and this year, I have played first base.
Tell us a little bit about the challenges from moving one side of the diamond to the other. What was maybe the hardest thing that you had to get used to?
Probably the hardest thing is making sure I'm catching almost every ball thrown to me, even if it's a bad throw, like, because it's like kind of on me to make the play, like finish the play off.
And again, any superstitions?
I will not wash my batting gloves or visor until after our season.
Coach, that's got to be fun to ride home with.
Luckily, she can drive herself, so I don't have to put up with that.
Very good. And now, and again, congratulations on being part of the Team of the Week here and the great season.
Thank you.
Now, Harley, you've been on before. You were a Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week. Another tremendous season. Tell us a little bit about you and your thoughts coming into the season. And you knew what your role was going to be, and it's been that. What were your hopes and goals and aspirations coming into this season?
I just wanted to end on a really good note, do really well. I wanted to go to state a lot, and we're on that track right now. And a lot of us want to go to state as well. And so with all of us having that goal in mind, it makes it like so much like easier to, as a team, want to get there. And then with pitching, I just want to do like as best as I can, either get a ground out or a strikeout, just whatever is best in the situation to get us through the game.
Do you have any, just things that you have to do every day, superstitions, pitchers, I would think would be the worst on days that they're throwing, that they have to go through the same rituals, the same thing every day. What are your superstitions?
I just say my superstitions would probably be in like my warm up and doing it the same every time. Just so it's like I'm the same amount of warmed up as I would be any other time.
Very good. Very good. Now, what are you doing between now and then? What do you know about Sparta? What are you trying to learn about? What are you doing between now and then to get ready for the game?
Right now, I'm just going to try and like get some rest and then get to work next week to get prepared on Monday to play on Tuesday.
You've had an outstanding high school career. As you look back on this, and I know it's not over, but as you go back in your high school career, are there games that you would like to go back and play again? Maybe it's a game you won. Maybe it was a no-hitter. Maybe it was a perfect game. Or maybe it's a game that got away from you that you think, hey, I'd like to take another shot at this game? Are there games that you're going to look back on and think, man, I'd like to go back and play that again?
Probably the Starkoxy game, which was my no-hitter this year on senior night.
Very good. Very good. And again, congratulations on being part of the Country Financial Team of the Week, and congratulations on a tremendous year.
Thank you.
Now, Coach, what do you know about Sparta? What are you going to have to do to come out on top there?
Well, we know that they start with their pitcher, Natalie Wilkes. She's left-hander, throws several different pitches, throws fairly hard, and then she's also a tough out at the plate. So we know that their team starts there with her. They've got a couple other bats that we're going to have to be wary of. Their shortstop, first baseman, and I believe their catcher all have been players that have been mentioned to me about having to be careful with. We know they play pretty good defense, and we're just going to continue to prepare like we have all season long. We're going to try to do the basic things as well as we can, and try to execute the best that we possibly can as well. And our girls have done great at that the entire year. When it comes to taking good at bats, Paige, she started the game off the other night in the district championship game, I think, with like a 9 or 10 pitch at bat. Fouling pitches off, seeing a lot of different pitches so our girls can see the different types of pitches that are going to be coming. And then as the game wore on, I think we continued to take good at bats, and I look for us to continue to do that same type of thing.
Did you get to play Sparta at all this year, or did you get to see them in a tournament or watch them play even?
Nope. We haven't seen them for a couple summers ago. We played them. I believe it was when Harley and Allie, it was after their freshman year, right after the COVID kind of lockdown let up where we could do a little bit in the summer. We played them. Their pitcher was the same grade as well, and we faced them, and it was a close game. I do remember that, but I think it was something like 7-4. But it's been a couple years. Everybody improves quite a bit, so I look for it to be a real close game, and it's going to come down to who ends up making a mistake and if you can take advantage of those mistakes.
Are you guys relatively healthy going into this game?
Yeah. We don't, our 10 starters that we have are 9 defensive players plus our DP. Everybody should be ready to go. I know it's, the end of the year, and we've played 35 games in about 2 months. So, everybody's a little bit tired, but I think with the couple days rest that we've had here, we took Wednesday off and we went real short yesterday, only about an hour. I'm hoping to refresh them and have us ready to kind of get after it a little bit on Monday and then be ready to play Tuesday.
Well, outstanding. Well, again, we've been visiting with the Mount Vernon Lady Mountaineers head coach, Matt Schubert, and his upperclassmen, 34-1 on the season, district champions, and they will play Sparta on Tuesday, May the 26th. Sparta 26-4 and won their first district in the history of their program. But Coach Schubert, again, thank you so much for being part of the show, ladies. Again, congratulations on a great season, and hey, go and finish out, get the biggest trophy. We'll come back in. You guys can wear the same clothes again. Just all dress color coordinated. All right. And we will let Paige go first next time.
All right. Thanks.
Hey, you guys, thank you so much. God bless. Have a great day. Safe travels. And we look forward to watching you guys at Sparta.
All right. Thanks.
You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow.
The qualities in a truck that are most important are reliability, just really great function.
Having a truck is pretty much a necessity to getting to most of these locations. Oftentimes it's narrow, steep, loose, rough, rocky roads.
Having a truck is essential to every part of what we do, from picking up material for the home to delivering the home.
Always carrying something, pulling something.
It's something that we use every single day here.
Imagine a bank that goes where you go, creating seamless solutions for every step in your financial journey, allowing you to manage your money the way you want to, with a banking relationship that makes every day extraordinary. Imagine a world full of possibilities, always within reach. Central Bank. We do banking better.
Only Pizza Ranch serves buffet your way.
Don't you mean my way, Mr. Voiceover Guy?
Sure, anyone's way, actually. Request your favorite pizza. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the first slice.
I can add peppers to pepperoni, Stampede on stuffed crust, maybe Texan taco on thin. No tomatoes on my half. How can I convince Mom to let us eat here every night?
It's buffet your way at Pizza Ranch. Say it with me, kid.
Not only is Country Financial our insurance, but they treated us like family.
Relationships are the single most important piece of the puzzle. We always ask this question: what is the right thing to do?